Right, so welcome to AI in testing, and here we're discussing why testers will ignore AI risks becoming irrelevant. Right, so let's dive into it. So, how software testers can lose relevance in a few years to come if they don't make use of AI. So, this is what this session is all about. A tester climbed from manual to automation and now to AI. I remember the days of early beginnings. Then it was strictly manual testing. Then we climbed the ladder up to learning automation, and now it's AI. So same steps needs to be taken up to learn how to use AI in testing. Like I said, remember when manual testing was the whole game? We clicked through screens, wrote checklists, test cases, and caught the obvious bug. Then automation arrived, Selenium, Cypress, CI pipeline, suddenly the market want testers who could script, not just click, you get. So those who added, automation to their toolkits back then thrived, and those who didn't felt their options shrink. And now another rung has appeared on the career ladder, which is AI-driven testing. Keep climbing the ladder. Step one, solid manual skill. That manual fundamental skills still matter. You can't judge quality if you don't understand the product and the user. So the manual skill, the foundational skills, the fundamentals still matters, and they're very important. Two, automation skills are the baseline. They prove you can convert test idea into reliable, repeatable checks and automate, and the demand for automation tester keeps increasing. Now AI is the next step. Risk-based test selection, self-healing locators, log clustering, GPT-powered test drafting. If you skip it, you will watch faster learner teams pass you by. So I advise don't skip it. Companies today, wants to build fast, ship fast. If one tester with AI tools can do work of three, saving time and cost, that will be who they will hire. So we need to keep climbing. It's important to also talk why testers who ignore AI will slip off the radar. Now, there's a lot of change in the industry, and we also need to understand what AI already handles and the results if you don't adapt. So let's start with speed. Here we talk about daily or even hourly releases. ML models pick the riskiest 10% of tests so that pipeline can run in lesser minutes or hour. So what's the result if you don't adapt? Your full suit every night approach slows delivery. Full suit that runs for probably 4 hours, 5 hours, it's definitely going to slow delivery. So let's look at the next, which is volume. Under volume we have hundreds of microservices and thousands of logs of documentations that needs to be reviewed. NLP cluster duplicates, stack traces, and writing star summary. So, for example, when, like I said, there's a back, log of logs that you need to go through as a tester to find an issue. It could just be one issue that has over 5,000 lines of logs, and what's the result if you don't, adapt AI in terms of volume? You drown in noise of duplicates logs, and while others solve the root cause in few minutes, you are spending hours still trying to debug or finding the root cause. All right. So the next is visual polish. All right. So with visual polish, 5 devices, dark mode, right to left layout, all this computer vision, can differentiate, catches, let's say a 2 pixel shift or a button that is not well placed, in the right direction, and helps you, to update selectors. And what's the, repercussion or outcome if you don't adapt AI? And when it comes to visual polish, your manual highs will miss styling bugs until customer complain. That's just the basic truth. All right, so moving on, we have hiring economics. Do more with less. So a single AI augmented tester, draft test case, self-heal locators, and triage failures. And yet, that's what a single tester can do with AI. And what's the result if you don't adapt? Manager hacks. Why keep 3 manual tester only when a single tester can, draft test cases, self-heal locators using AI? So next is automation is moving up the stack. Yeah, so AI tools now writes boilerplate UI flows, heals locators and prioritize tests. And if you still spend most of your week hands coding, basic CRUD, create, read, update, delete scripts, your output will be slower. That's just a basic truth. Your output will be slower and more, will be slower. Look at 5 ways ignoring AI shrinks your value. Number 1 is longer feedback loops. Team using ML test selection gets red green in just 30 minutes. Your suit still needs 2 hours, so your feedback is sidelined. Leverage on ML tools so you can get as quick as 30 minutes, feedback. 2, lower bug detection rates. Visual AI tools catches layer regression invisible to dump checks. You ship green builds that break on customer phones ASAP. Next is missed edge cases, number 3. So GPT powered test generator, spit out boundary values you'd never type by hand. It can help you cover that. Your coverage map looks thin, your coverage map looks thin in comparison. The 4th one is outdated skill profile. So jobs had now list experience with AI-driven test platform like Applitools, Launchables, and the like. And if your resume doesn't carry this, it might be sidelined. 5 is it reduced negotiating power. Yes, so colleagues who master AI become, quality strategists, advising product and hubs. You are viewed as a legacy strict, maintainer. So in conclusion, all I'll say or remind you of is that AI won't fire you, but a tester who uses AI can out-deliver you so completely that even your management can't justify why they should keep both of you. So you need to learn the tools, keep your critical thinking edge, and that combination turns AI from a job threat into your biggest career accelerator. Thank you.